Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, I just heard about the Kickstarter for the Transformers Compendium set. I don't know if I can do this again. Okay, so I bought the original comics back in the day, and I eventually got rid of them and replaced them with, initially, Titan Books was doing like same size reprints of the art, the comics, and they were really good. And they did pretty much all the UK run. But they didn't do everything. Then they started doing the US run, and the art was, the reproduction was amazing. It looked great. But they finished them, or I didn't finish them. And then they started doing the classics volumes. Now these were remastered, so instead of having the like the dot color, which you can't really see from this, but they remastered them and redid them with a flat color, and they did matte pages. And unfortunately, the printing of the first couple of comics was really bad. The ink, the lines were so thick, you'd lose the thin detailed lines, and it just sort of all clumped together, and it didn't look good. So I actually ended up keeping the first 4 of these. And before this, actually, there was another set of Transformers comics that I started as well, and they looked like they'd been scanned. They were awful. But I got them because they finished the run, but then they brought these ones out, so I got rid of those. So I got rid of most of these, kept the first couple, because these ones, which replaced both other sets, didn't have the first few issues printed, reproduced well, but the rest were. So I got all these, and the best part of these was they had like 10 or 15 pages of, well, some of them had a few pages of bonus features and articles and history of the comics, and they also did the UK versions, but unfortunately they did the stupidest thing. They put them in this weird format where they had, instead of having the page filling the page, they had an outline where the original page ended, which meant every page was smaller, and it was almost half the size of the original UK printing. So they were awful, but they were the only way you could get some of the stories that weren't reprinted in the Titan books. And then we had the definitive G1 collection, which they released them all in hardcover comics, and they had decided on a format where they were a little bit smaller than the UK volumes, but a little bit bigger than the US volumes in one different size book. As you can see, it's a little wider than comic book, your average comic book, but a little shorter. And this was pretty good, and I went and got all the ones that I didn't have. Well, some of them I just bought just to have them in this format, like Target 2006 again, which is the best story they ever did. And the other ones just because a lot of the stories, especially the last ones like Perchance to Dream and that, weren't in the original, weren't in the reprints that were done earlier. So what's that? 1, 2, technically 3, 4, 5, 6 reprints I have started and gotten partial, incomplete collections, and I've had to piece together all the comics out of these ones depending on availability and quality. So some of these I've kept because the quality is better than the ones that did have them included. And these ones I've kept because the printing is great, and also the size is, the same size they were originally in. These ones are a nice combination of the two, a nice balance between the two, but I didn't buy all of them because I'd have to buy all these all over again. So now they've announced the Compendium, which is 4 books which apparently contain everything that was in like the 8 volumes of these, because there was, I think, 8 or 9 of these. I don't think they actually got to the end. I think in the end I had to keep one of these. They reprinted the last few issues in 1 volume, I think. I can't remember. I just don't think they got to the end, or maybe it was the UK, I don't know. Either way, they're finally promising to give us, if we invest in a Kickstarter, the whole series, both American and UK comics, in continuity, all in the same matching 4 volumes. You can get them in red for Autobots or blue for purple. And I'm like, God, can I go down this road again? But if I get them, basically it would, I don't even know what size they are actually. I didn't look at the actual specific details. But if I got them, would I be able to get rid of most of these books? Because these have the extra content, These have, I don't know if the printing's going to be like this. Is it going to be the same exact files? In which case I'll still need these, and I'll still want these because they're bigger. These are bigger than those. Are they going to be printed in the regular comic size, or are they going to do this mid sort of size format, which if these ones are printed full page and not with a border, that might work. I don't know. It's a mess. I got to do a bit more research, but I just don't know if I can do this again. I don't know if I can buy this collection again or start collecting this series again. The only good thing is, if the compendium set does happen, it's all in one go. They at least know we're not going to start another collection that won't finish. But do I want to pay for the whole thing all over again and pay a fortune when I'm still going to have to keep a lot of the ones I already have because of those issues? And that I won't know for sure until I actually get them and look at them if I need to keep the other printings, because there's 2 for size, 2 for quality, 1 for special features. It's a bit of a mess, but I don't know. Let me know what you think about the compendium and